He's tall. He gives great hair. You asked for him, and you waited for him. He is here. Pierson Fodé is next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
The new opening. I love the new opening.
I do too.
The new old opening. New old opening.
This is a nice little throwback.
Oh, I love it. It's so smart. So smart. Hi, you guys. Welcome to the Bowl Breakdown. Of course, that's the opening we're talking about for the 30th anniversary, 30 years on the air. Can you imagine 30 years, one show? That's amazing. You guys, it's me, James Lott Jr. You know who I am, so I'm not going to waste my time on me. We also have my guest today, my co-host, who sometimes joins the show with me, Mr. Matthew Evan Paine.
Hello, everyone. So happy to be here.
Where can I find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew E. Paine.
That's right. And you know the guy sitting next to him, he is having his second Emmy nomination. Second.
Congratulations.
In 2 years.
Thank you. Come on, I'll take him.
Second.
Why not?
And you know him as Thomas Forrester, of course, on the show. And he is so good looking, it's just ridiculous.
Stop. Keep going, though.
Pierson Fodé.
I'm bowing.
Down, everybody. Down.
In my head, I'm bowing. Well, and a little bit right here. Also, I'd like to point out, and I've said this before multiple times to him, but Matthew's name is not Matthew. It's Stephen.
It's true.
And
Yes,
on
so-
set, it's Stefan at times.
And as some folks know, because when you were on the show, you showed us when you were at the wedding scene.
Yes.
He showed it online. We're like, there he is. That's Matthew with the cake. He said the cake was good, too. It was real.
What? I didn't even get to try it.
Oh, you didn't have any? Oh.
I think
very
I
good.
got to smash somebody's face in the cake the other day, so that was worth it.
More cake smashing.
Ooh, cake smashing.
Yeah.
A lot of cake smashing.
Don't waste the cake, though.
Don't,
Jesus.
But do.
But do.
If you keep an eye out, though, last week's episodes toward the end of the week and Monday's episode of this week, I'm the photographer right next to behind Coco.
What?
There you go.
Yes,
Dude, where was I?
we chatted. Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
Pearson.
Wait, at the...
You and I didn't.
Because he came in.
You
at
came
the end.
in.
He came in towards the end. That's those
You
scenes.
entered Monday's
in
scene in the
actor
zone.
zone.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you were
Yeah.
good. We're going to talk about that, too.
Oh, stop. Keep
Oh,
going.
no, it's like, seriously,
Just in
when you
case.
got madder
Just
and
in case.
madder and madder, it was like, oh, my God, we love Courtney Hope. We love you. We'll talk about all that.
Okay,
Anyway, so
okay.
follow us on Bold Breakdown on the Facebook
Breakdown.
page. And then also on iTunes and where am I? iTunes and YouTube. It's the Bold and Beautiful After Show. And so he's like, so Pierson, okay.
Yeah.
So I want to
follow me on Pierson Fodé.
That's
Just
right.
wherever you're going to find me on any social media.
where Pierson Fodés are sold.
Boom.
That's right there. And now I think
Tarjay Fodé.
And what does Fodé mean?
It technically means it's pronounced Fjorda if you're in old school Germany, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
But it means down by the fjord,
Fjord.
like the river.
Yes, by the river.
I told James Lott Jr. that I think Fodé is French for handsome.
I agree. This is why we're best friends.
We are.
Steven.
Yeah. Steven.
Everybody in chat room.
Steven and Fjord are best
Fjord are
friends.
best friends. I like that actually. Everybody saying hello, you guys. Hi, you guys. on
Hey,
there.
what up?
Can you say hi to Jacob Marquez for me? Like,
Jacob, what's going on, my man? This water sip is for you.
And of course, Daquan wants you to say hi to him too.
Yo, what up, Daquan?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Let's see, there you go. You guys, thanks for holding on here. I actually have something I have to give you. But first, let's go to that first clip that I have from. We met actually over a year ago when you were nominated for your first Emmy.
This is true.
And Pierson was so nice and so kind. I asked him to come back for the premiere episode of my show, The Bowl Breakdown. This show, it's almost been a year. All right, a year versus
That is
next
nuts.
May. In May, it's going to be a year. I've been doing the show.
Jeez.
And you came on, and we're going to show a clip from that time because I gave him a present that I don't even know if you ate it. It was a tequila cupcake from Sprinkles.
Oh, I definitely ate it.
Was it good?
It was delicious.
I thought that was
It was different.
It wasn't good.
delicious.
We made jokes about it before. You're like, I don't know if it's gonna be really good or not, or we're not sure, and whatever. But here's a clip from a year ago almost. L.A. And so one of the things about L.A. that's very delicious.
Ooh.
Sprinkles
indeed.
cupcakes.
My God.
Oh my, they're so good. Oh my
Delightful.
God. And they first started out in Beverly Hills, and so now they have other locations. I got him the tequila one. We have no idea what it's going to taste like. So.
I'm going to get drunk off of this cupcake, apparently. I will be eating it and just hammered.
I was like, tequila.
this?
What is this? It's crazy. Mine's vanilla. So, just something regular. But I'm really curious what that's going to be like for you. But
I'm excited.
here's the
What a
thing.
disappointment.
Yeah, I just want to say, I'll just show you this from a year ago. You were on my show, and you were so nice to come back and do the show with me and start it off. People were like, when is he coming back? Well, he's back.
Boom.
An open bottle of
back.
champagne. You were
Yes.
definitely trying to get him drunk.
Yeah, well, of
Man,
course.
I was ready. I was ready to get drunk on this show.
It
It was a long week.
was a long
It's still a long week.
Yes.
Why is this not filled with vodka? I am
know.
disappointed.
But here you go. So you also had a birthday recently. So folks know
did.
he's supposed to be on a couple Sundays ago. And there's some things that happened.
Right.
But you had a birthday before that, and I watched your Snapchats. They were hilarious. So
Stop.
I got you.
Oh my
You have to open
god.
this stuff on camera.
Okay, on camera. I'm ready. Steven, would you hold this?
I'd be glad to.
So there's a bunch of things in there and a card, but a bunch of things in
I'll be
there.
selling this glass on eBay after the broadcast.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh my god, I'm excited.
It's a couple things.
Tell me, what is this? Let's have a party. Yes. I will be drinking all of my
You
tequila
had
shots.
so much fun at your birthday party. It was crazy talk, and you guys were drinking.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's funny is everybody wanted to drink with me that night, and I had zero time because there's so many people that I was saying hi to the entire time, and I had maybe one shot of this amazing tequila. It was Código tequila.
We never had that. Oh, I love tequila.
So good. So good. What
That's
is
a
this?
picture frame.
What?
So figure out how to use it.
Look at that. But on the side, it's just this little stand thing, but on the front, it's the picture frame. And it's double-sided. Boom.
It's those sides. You get a picture
A
frame.
picture of Matthew on one side, a picture of James Lott Jr. on the other.
This is true.
And-
Your name is not...
Steven, I'm sorry.
Steven.
Steven.
And you are the best Pierson
Of the year.
Of the year.
Oh my god.
Because
Look at that.
just in case, he's going to win the Emmy. But just in case he doesn't, he has an award.
Listen, there's a lot of good competition out there. Brian Craig, who had an amazing
Yes, he did. He
storyline.
did. Yes, under Oswald.
And, I'm jealous of that storyline personally, and I would not be mad to lose to that, because it was incredible.
It was a good-
You,
it was a
you
good
can't be
storyline.
mad when it's that good.
No, it was good. And our buddy, Anthony Trappell, who I had on the show last week.
Yes.
And what a nice young man.
Kid's a sweetheart.
So what's it like working with him? He's your brother, so.
Terrible. I give him wedgies constantly through the hallways. I push him over while he's carrying his books, and I steal his milk money.
Throw him in the locker.
Come here, boy. No, he's a great kid. He's got the deepest voice out of any
my God.
17-year-old or
No,
16-year-old
seriously.
I've ever met.
When he walked through the door, and I met his mom,
Yeah.
and Jennifer, shout out to Jennifer,
Yeah.
BB. I went, wait a minute. Did your balls drop? Like,
Yeah,
where'd
no.
your voice come from?
His balls dropped lower than his knees. That's how that voice came about.
Yes, he has a
'Cause
great voice.
it's shocking. His voice is deeper than mine half the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm sitting on I'm on my phone on the couch, and I'm watching our scenes together, and I'm like, our voices sound shockingly similar, yet I am
Yeah.
10 years older than this kid.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and good for him. I mean, gosh, he's gonna grow up, and people are just gonna be in love with his voice his entire life. I would date him on his voice. God.
And he has a good head on his shoulders too, but no, his voice was like, where'd that come from? I'm like, he goes, yeah, I don't want to sound like a 30-year-old man, like
Yeah.
I'm playing a teenager.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess so.
Lady
Jeez.
killer.
Lady killer. So he's
Yeah.
a long future ahead of him, I think.
Yeah.
I think on the show. But I love your scenes together as brothers on the show.
Yeah, he's good.
It's
He's doing a good
great
job.
casting.
Yes.
You two as brothers.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's
Thank
great
you.
casting. I think that Sally and Coco
They're
it's
amazing.
perfect.
Yeah.
The Spectra
Yeah.
spell you said the other day on the show.
Ooh.
I think the Spectra spell. I love that.
Thank you.
Yes, both Courtney's in real life,
Yes.
and you two. I mean, it's a nice foursome, I think, going on there.
I agree. Not in real life.
Yeah, no, it's not real life. It's on the show. On the show, the foursome characters.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes.
Yes. You know,
Pearson run out of jackets. He handed me.
around jackets because you wore a jacket last time too.
That's so true. I had my jacket right there, and it was too hot, and I was gonna wear it, but I didn't.
It's 700 degrees outside
Yeah,
today.
it's
Yeah.
shocking. I wore it this morning because it was freezing in Malibu when I was out there. But now it's hot over here. So.
Yeah, his last couple of times he did wear jackets, but this time,
Sorry.
yes. Because Daquan asked last time you were on, he wanted your jacket.
Dude, I thought I gave it to you.
See, you get in the
I
mail.
sent it in the mail, and that explains why I didn't get a thank you.
It got
card
lost
back.
in the mail.
Yeah, the mail guy stole it.
Now we want to talk about the scenes leading up to this week with the last week when you find out. It's just, we were talking this before the show, right, Matthew?
Yeah.
Just about how the way they were cutting it back to you kept thinking about the design, the dress comes out in your face. That was such great acting. I mean,
Thanks.
jeez, you wanted to beat her, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, you can't
Yeah.
hit a woman. That's just inappropriate. But in your head, that's what you want to think.
Yeah,
as
you're,
an
thinking, you're
actor.
like,
It's-
oh my god.
This is, I mean, talk about the woman that you love,
Yes.
that you have that has rocked your entire world, right?
Yes.
And then suddenly she's stolen your dreams. So not only do you lose your dreams, but you lose the woman you love, and you lose the respect of your family at that point too. And there's so much that goes into this, and it's such a heavy burden for Thomas to bear that, you know, it was easy to play. At that point.
And Courtney, of course, she's so easy, I'm sure, to work with because she was like feeling the remorse, kind of.
Yeah.
And she could see your anger.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, she's standing there being celebrated. She knows it's not her design.
Yeah. Every time they cut back to you, it was a different emotion, which was perfect. And I was telling James my favorite was the last shot where you're seething.
Yeah.
Seething.
Yeah.
The I'm gonna murder you. Yeah, that look.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You were mad. You were mad. You were mad.
I'm gonna storm out of this place right now.
Right now. I'll be waiting for you in the hallway so we can have a discussion about what
I will be
you have
right
done.
here pacing.
Well, see, I've been calling Thomas on the show the new Thorn.
Ah.
That's my comparison.
All I can say is there may be something to that.
Because here's the thing. Why I say that, because it's interesting why he did this. That Steffi, uncharacteristically, made the woman more like Ridge, kind of.
Yeah.
And you're in the shadow.
Which is so cool.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, for you to play.
Well, it's kind of like Logan that just came out.
Yeah.
Amazing, because you know you don't want to repeat the same story over and over and over again. How cool is it that they brought in this little girl to be the new version of Logan, right? And I think it's kind of a similar concept in Bold and Beautiful, where you've got now the daughter being the favored child, and she's coming in and she's stepping into CEO, but she had no design experience and all this stuff, and the talented young son is being pushed aside.
Which I kept thinking that's legitimate, right? I think as a male, especially, you're thinking, well, I'm the heir apparent.
Absolutely.
Thomas clearly has hurt feelings, but you're so cool with Steffi about it that you're not willing to let it ruin your relationship with her.
Well, it's such a conflict because Thomas and Steffi have possibly one of the healthiest relationships on the show.
Yes.
And so I think for Thomas and Steffi, you want to cherish what little relationship you're going to have left while not compromising your job environment. And so it's the give and take of, okay, so do I call you out for being terrible as a boss and tell you for not giving me real design notes, or do I say I love you, sister, and I'm happy that you got the promotion? What do I do?
Because I love you guys as brother and sister. You and Jacqueline have great brother and sister chemistry. I love
Absolutely. Well, it's kind of funny because we're kind of like brother and sister in real life, outside of the fact that, like, you know, we're both, you know, she's super attractive. She's this gorgeous human being. Yeah. So I would never sister category her.
Yeah.
In real life.
In real life, I would never sister category Jack. But we have that camaraderie in real life as well. She's amazing and she's super funny, and she's one of the guys. You know,
You mentioned that you have that Thomas and Steffi have one of the healthiest relationships, with the exception of the fact that she is always walking in on you shirtless.
So there, you know what they say? There's a saying that goes around, and it's candy is dandy, but incest is best.
You change everywhere.
Everywhere.
You change in the office.
Yeah. I got into an argument this is not my first argument, but I've been in multiple arguments. Just like, you guys, I can't have this serious of a conversation with my shirt off. Nobody will take me seriously. And it happens nonstop. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, let's show that clip right now. This is an honor of you in Australia, Sydney.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're right.
At least
You're
like
right.
a 9.8.
10. It's a 10.
Talking about
Thank
a
you.
dive.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yours, though, I'm not really sure about it. I'm going to go with like a 4.5.
That's fair.
It's 5.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for saving me.
The Sydney shots were beautiful anyway. The whole on location shots were just beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautifully done. Both people can do location. They know how to do location.
They really do. They're good at it. I mean, especially for a show that does not do locations.
Right.
They're amazing at going on location, getting some epic shots.
They were. They
Yeah.
did. I mean, you're always shirtless. That's the thing. I mean, we talked about this last time too. It's like it's so funny. There's always somebody in every soap that's designated the shirtless guy.
Yeah, it was Lawrence St. Victor before it was me.
I had him on the show.
Yeah.
I've had him. Yes.
And I think before that it was Adam Gregory, who was Thomas Forrester.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a strong title that you must hold to take on this role as the Forrester. Man, So that is to take your shirt off at all times.
It's funny. I'm interviewing your buddy Lindsay Godfrey.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Awesome.
and I love her. First of all, I think
She's a
she's a great
sweetheart.
actress.
Yeah.
What is one thing we don't know about her? We think we'd be like funnily surprised about her.
Well, I mean, if you know her already, so she's super quirky.
Yes,
Super quirky.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things about her. Let me think.
just for fans.
She and I kill it on the dance floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ask her next time she comes in here.
Okay.
She will give you like a full-on demonstration, but it's the dirty dancing move where you
Yeah.
lift them up in the air. Last Emmys, we did it at the after party. It was awesome.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I will ask it when I like
People
have her on.
cleared the floor for us. It was legit.
Oh my god, that's good. I like
Are you
that.
a good dancer?
You know what? Okay, so I'm not like a hip hop dancer by any means. I
Yes.
could not pop and lock it. All right, it'd be like just fall over and destroy yourself.
Yes.
But I took swing dance lessons as a kid, so
wow.
yeah. So I know how to dance a little bit. I can groove here and there.
That's a yes.
That's a
For
yes,
all of you
yes.
listening, that's a yes.
I know everybody's like, is he canny?
I mean, can you see this? Look at that.
So talented.
Wow, John Travolta's in the room. Ready for Saturday Night Fever. Got it. Totally got
Yeah,
that exactly.
I am here. No big deal.
Because there are, I bring up her name, of course, because first she's a phenomenal actress, and talking about Jackie too, I think she's really grown into a wonderful actress too. These last couple of years, especially.
Yeah.
They've been giving. I mean, her and Quinn, her and Rena Sofer, when they get at it, I love those.
It's
scenes.
awesome, isn't it?
God, it's so good. It's so good. That slapper around the world. We played it on this show like 10 times. It was so good.
Was that who?
In Monte Carlo. When Steffi slapped
Yes.
Rita, and she fell to the floor. She was like, "No!" And Steffi and Jacqueline, I guess, was sick that day in real life.
Yeah.
Was and her voice was like raspy, and she was like, "No!" And then knocked Rita all on the ground, and she was rolling. She was like, "Ah!" We loved it here on the show. We loved it. The fans loved it.
That's amazing.
But I like Jackie, she's been working it out. People do still wish that you and Caroline. That's a strong allegiance there, and little Douglas.
Yeah, I know. It's such a tough situation. I think it'd be a fun love triangle as well. But then how do you incorporate Douglas and like obviously Caroline would easily win that relationship because of Douglas. Thomas wants to be a good dad, the dad that he kind of didn't have. So in order to establish Thomas and Sally first, you can't have them in the picture right away,
That makes sense.
So there's always that possibility. I can neither confirm nor deny,
Well done.
Hey,
Thank you,
that
Stephen.
was good. Thank you, Steve.
The problem is that I'm actually going to forget that your name is Matthew. And like one day you're going to come on set and I'll be like, Steve, what's up, man?
Yeah, I believe that,
Yeah.
actually.
You
You
probably
looked at
will.
me when you walked in like, Stephen?
I legitimately was like,
You did look like you knew him,
yeah.
like you knew him from somewhere.
I was like, I know you, but I don't know your name.
Right.
That's probably
You never
because
will.
of Steven.
That's right.
you never will.
You never will. I told James that I felt like I was being stood up on prom. I was like, where is he?
Where?
Really.
Damn it!
Okay, so now here's another thing too, because luckily for you, you have all these great storylines.
Yeah.
And I ask every single person that comes on the show, because I've asked everyone, what's it like working with Torsten? Besides, off camera, he has cars, he has all these fancy cars and stuff.
Yeah.
But what's it like to work with? He's your dad.
He's such a dick.
That's good.
That guy's a dick. No, you know what's funny? It's actually Torsten and I did butt heads when I first started the show. And it's kind of like that young buck, old buck, like we're coming in, and he wanted to make sure that I was doing my job and not taking it for granted.
Yeah.
And I think we came to a very cool understanding, and now we're probably the closest on set. And that's really cool. I told myself, I was like, whether we get along or not, I'm going to force my way into that man's life because he's such a good actor.
Yeah.
And I want to learn from him. And now it's gotten to the point where like I even went off and did a movie, It's Time, and I called him and I was like, hey, what do you think about some of these moments in the movie? Can you help me rewrite a couple words of dialogue? And yeah, so it's been awesome. It's been a cool relationship. Yeah.
Great. He's a legend, daytime legend. I mean, he's been.
He's a Shakespearean legend.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has toured doing all of it.
It's amazing. He plays your dad on the show.
Yeah, it's cool.
What does it feel like being nominated for an Emmy this time? Because when I talked to you last time, the first time, you had just been on the show like 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Anthony Chappelle's living your life. He went through the same thing. He's only been on for like such a short time. Now you've been on the show for over 2 years at this point now, I
Yeah.
guess. So how's it feel to be nominated?
It's cool, man. It's a lot less stressful. There's less anxiety with it. I'm a little more comfortable in my skin. And I think that's a cool place to be at because I'm not as concerned about like what the outcome will look like. Whereas I'm more concerned about like what my future will look like. You know, so that's a nice little like transition into being so in the moment and caught on this guy. Whereas now I can let it go and be like, you know what, it's fun no matter what. So
Well, you always be Emmy nominee.
Yeah.
Pierson Fodé.
There's always that.
2-time.
Do you introduce yourself as 2-time Emmy nominee Pierson Fodé?
every time I walk into a room. Fjorda. Excuse me, Pierson Fodé, 2-time Emmy nominee. You may have heard of me.
May have heard you a little
From
bit,
The Bold and the Beautiful?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. The little show on
Fabulous.
CBS. The little show on CBS.
You may have heard of it.
Oh, good. Isn't it amazing to be on a show you've been on for 30 years? You're part of that legacy now.
Not only that, but it's the #1 watched daytime series in the entire
In the
world.
entire world.
That's nuts. It airs in over 100 countries. So this morning, I was meeting with the South African press who were up, and we were at Brad Bell's house out in Malibu, and it was incredible. I mean, like, just the fact that, like, they have such a big following down in South Africa. Like, why are they watching stuff about The Bold and the Beautiful? But it touches them, and they love it, and it's tangible, and it's in LA, and they're designers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just such a cool experience.
Are you recognized often?
Not in America as much. I get
funny.
recognized more for like my role with Victoria Justice and No Kiss List,
No
or
Kiss
on
List, yes.
Jessie as Brooks Wentworth, and movies like that.
Yeah.
Whereas on The Bold,
Go to Italy.
go to Italy, Australia, we were hounded the entire time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like the Beatles out there, because you would leave your hotel room and there'd just be like a nice little huddle of people following you, and I was like, I can't do anything wrong here. I have to be very careful.
I will not have a glass of red with dinner.
Oh, I know, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
And I'm a
God.
fairly chaotic and weird person in general, so I was just like on point, making sure my hands were focused. Yes.
Well, did Ashley you guys any kind of pointers for how to handle the Australian people?
You know what's funny is Australian people are some of my favorite people. In general, they're just so cool and laid back. Like Brits, Australians, New Zealand, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's awesome about it. Even some of the fans, even though they're like going crazy, I can still have a conversation in the midst of it.
And there are a lot of Australians here working in Hollywood. So I mean, there's a lot running around. So many.
I feel like my humor and their humor is just as sarcastic and dark, and I love that.
Oh, I love that too.
Daquan in the chat room asks who you would love to work with that you haven't yet on The Bold and the Beautiful.
Ooh,
Who haven't you worked with?
I've never worked with Susan Flannery.
You never get a chance to work with Stephanie?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I mean that would be. I know she's a legend on the show, but she's not here anymore. So that would be one that I would someday love to work with, if not on Bold, somewhere else.
Not sure, because in most cases you kind of worked with. I mean, Thomas also gets around, but you kind of.
He kind of does.
Yeah, he goes around.
It doesn't matter if you're my cousin, Ivy. I'll see you later.
And there was when you and I were talking, like, is there something going on there? Like, am I like, what am I? You know, yes. But you have worked with a lot of people, like you and Jacob Young, Rick.
Yeah,
You guys, you work with a lot of people.
yeah. Thomas is one of the characters that has been lucky to get around to all of the family groups and the friend groups, even like Oba Babatunde.
Yes,
I try to say his name too fast
Yes,
and
there
get
was-
myself tongue-tied. And I was so excited to work with him because I love him.
He's a legend, also another legend.
I didn't even know he was a legend until I met him, and then like
stage
somebody was
and-
telling me that he's won all these Tonys and now he's the Emmy, and I was like, he's the nicest guy in the world. You never would have expected him to be like this legend. And he's so fun, man.
So what do you learn from that? When you have celebrities, you meet that you're working with them, you see that they've been in business long and they're so humble and just regular. How does that affect you in terms of like?
It just makes me want to be them. You know, I hate cocky celebrities, and like it's fun to talk to them and kind of poke fun at their walls, and all of it is just a facade in the first place.
Yeah.
But you look at somebody like Chris Pratt, who's just having fun.
Yes.
And he can be natural and he can be himself, and I want to do that as well. Well, at the same time, I'm sure when you hit that Tom Cruise level, you have to kind of have some walls up.
Right.
You know,
Do you know who Cameron Matheson is?
that sounds familiar, but no.
He was Ryan on All My Children, and now he's a host for Entertainment Tonight.
Oh, okay.
He covers a lot of red carpets. You remind me of him.
I see that.
yeah.
Yes, I've met Cameron. No, I see that.
Interesting.
Yeah, Google him.
I will.
Google him. Because you are. I've said this before. Like I said, you're a very friendly, down to earth person who just happens to be an actor. I mean, because I know you. I mean, if you watch our previous shows from last year, he'll tell you the things he's done. But like you've done other things outside of acting that just makes you a regular guy that you just happen to love acting. And you like doing it.
Yeah.
You got on a show that's a hit.
Yeah, I mean that was an amazing thing. It's true. I mean I love. Look at that. Okay, no, I totally know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's humble. He's down to earth.
Yeah, so his family's
super nice.
His wife's nice. They're all everybody's nice.
I love talking with him in interviews because he just makes you feel at ease.
Yeah.
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 Great. Cameron, what's up, bro?
But now you said that, I can see that. I
Yeah,
can see that.
and
Yes.
he is.
He's tall, too.
So good looking, and which is just like an aside.
Yeah.
He's so good looking, but the most humble person you've ever met, and you remind me just of him. Yeah. I'll tell you later.
I'll tell you later. He's like,
Stop.
He's like after the camera starts off.
All right.
There's oh my god, they're saying steal Quinn from Ridge.
You know what? Rena and I kind of tried to push for that for a little while.
Did you really? 'Cause
Yeah.
First of all, she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous. Look at her eyes.
I know.
I know her eyes. I
get
know her
sucked into
eyes.
I flirt with her so hard. And by the way, I make her turn red in the face. I'm
my
the one person on set that is I've got her whipped.
Oh my god, that's so funny. See you guys? Yeah. See, well,
Yeah.
that would be
She
a funny
will
story.
attest to it too. Wow. I flirt with her hard.
That's
true.
That's so. Well, you just can't help it.
Yeah.
She's beautiful and she's talented
gorgeous.
and she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
When she did
Well,
that first
I mean,
that fashion
She
show.
drank some liquid that has preserved her forever. She's just got this like flawless, ageless
Yeah.
She does.
She's
vampire
been with
look. I love
Eric.
it.
She's been with Ridge.
Well, she's
now
been
Thomas
with Ridge.
Bell. Emotionally, though.
Yeah, mostly.
She's about to. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
They have to.
You're next on the chain.
I know it would only make sense.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you
just
imagine
like
that
Brooke.
fallout?
It's like Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you and Brooke did? Well, not
Yeah.
you, your character before you
I
came
know.
on.
I pushed for that one as well. So I was like, she's a babe.
But it's Catherine Kelly Lang. I mean, hello.
Yeah,
To
obviously.
me, one of the most underrated actresses on television.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Is it true
she's a
she
legend.
goes by Kelly?
Yeah, what does she go by?
Yes to both.
Okay.
Yes to both. She goes by Catherine and Kelly. And Kel and Kath and Kay and
What do you call
Lang. Depending on the day.
Okay.
Sometimes Catherine, sometimes Kelly. I don't even know. Sometimes I hear somebody say Catherine and I'll say Kelly and vice versa. I
Got
get
it.
confused all the time. She responds to both, so you're lucky.
Okay. I've had Heather Tom on the show. I love
okay.
her. It's about another down-to-earth girl.
Yeah.
Who's been around for a long time, 5 Emmys and all that stuff, but
For sure.
so down-to-earth. We had such a great time. Have you worked with her? Have you worked with her, really?
Yeah, we've gotten a chance to work together. It was actually during the time of the Thomas Caroline Douglas storyline
that's right.
that we got to work together a little more. Not in recent days, but she's been directing a lot more.
Yes,
so
I heard,
she comes on the show and she's fun to work with as a director.
Oh, she
'Cause
is?
She's an actor.
Yeah.
So she gets the lingo a little more.
Oh, and the pacing, too, I'm sure, because
Yeah.
you guys are... Tell folks out there, if your first time watching soap acting, it's not... You guys just come in, you knock it out, and you're
Yeah.
doing 100 pages a day or whatever. I mean...
Yeah, 100 to 120, and sometimes those are just the normal days. Sometimes we have to reshoot, which is I've shot up to 5 episodes in one day.
Oh wow.
Oh, my
It was
God.
nuts. Yeah, and granted, you're not going to shoot more than 100 pages of dialogue, but still, 100 pages of dialogue to memorize in a day that's a lot,
Well, so I'm sure they're not shot in sequences or anything. They're probably just like, now it's time for your scene for an episode.
Yeah.
How do you, as an actor, keep the continuity in your brain to or does it even matter? You're just in there shooting the scenes.
Luckily, with Bold, you kind of know right away based on the dialogue where you're at. It's not like a movie where there's a lot of more subtleties in the writing.
Yeah.
But with Bold, it's definitely it's upfront, it's right away, and so you can tell right away wherever you pick up is in your script. You know where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot more upfront.
Do you have any tricks to memorizing the dialogue?
You know what's funny? So I used to, when I first started, I sucked at memorizing dialogue.
Okay.
So I'd memorize one line at a time, and I'd do that, and then I'd write it all out, and then I would run it with somebody. And nowadays I can look at it, run it 2 or 3 times with my scene partner, and be done. So I think the main thing when it comes to that stuff is the more familiar you are with the storyline and the characters, the easier it is to remember what's going on. Because if I was to start talking about the financial crisis over in Washington, D.C. involving 3 other congressmen, I would be at a loss for words because I don't know their names, I don't know the storyline, and I don't know what's going on with them personally. But if I'm talking about Ridge, Quinn, and these people, I know exactly where they're going because they're sleeping with each other and this and that and the other. So,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah.
So it's really good muscle. It's a muscle, and we know it's a muscle.
Muscle memory. 100%.
So you completely developed it at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
What do your most stressful days on set look like?
No time in between rehearsal, interview, rehearsal, and then we're going late into the night, and I forget to eat, and so I'm getting tired, and I don't get hangry, I just get foggy, I can't focus, right? So a long day on set, we had the fashion show, and we were there till 1 or 2 in the morning, and I've forgotten to eat like twice that day. So I had one meal towards the end of the day, and I was struggling.
Right. And I was there that day. They shot the RJ Thomas scenes before the fashion show.
Yes.
Then they did hours of fashion show, and then you had to stay to do scenes with Sally.
Yeah. Were you there for those scenes?
I left before that, but that was like a at least a 12-hour day.
Wow.
Easy. Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were there.
I got there
a lot
probably
longer.
8 or 9, and then we left by like midnight or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Today.
It was a long day for sure, and I think that it's cool because you can use it to add to your character in that moment, because you can use the exhaustion, you can use everything, the frustration of not eating in a moment of that. So yeah.
Yep.
Definitely provided something, I hope. And
Yeah.
then I just went and ate. I stuffed my face. The cheesecake. Actually, Courtney and I both, we took off, and I was like, come to the Cheesecake Factory with me right now. And we just stuffed our face. We were so hungry.
And then you have to be back the next morning, right?
Absolutely. It was the worst. I was so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. At least Cheesecake Factory's right nearby where you are. I know where it is. It's right
Yeah.
nearby. Danny Ling says that she's your future wife.
Okay, cool.
Go on, Danny.
When are we getting married?
She's like, because she loves you.
Can you buy me a nice car? Because that's kind of all I want. So.
You're a guy. Yeah, just a nice car.
Yeah.
And also, Michelle Davis, are you going to appear in any more music videos?
If it's the right thing. I have a lot of people that I'm a fan of, but you want to make sure that you're not just doing everything because you can do it. You want to do strategic moments for yourself. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay, we'll see you guys.
We'll see.
Yeah, how long have you been in business now?
I moved down here at the end, so like I had my birthday, my 19th birthday in 2010.
Okay. So you're in this now for a while,
Like
and
6.5 years.
Are there any lessons that you're kind of learning now, 6.5 years in, that you're like, wow, I know this is going to come up?
Yeah, I wish I would have been able to know not to care as much as I did when I first moved out here.
Oh, wow.
'Cause there's so much pressure to succeed and do it the right way, do it the first time, be a one-hit wonder, be the guy that everybody was looking for, and just let yourself go and be cool with whatever.
I think you might be.
Yeah. The one-hit wonder?
No, the one that everyone's looking for.
Yeah. Stop, keep going.
No, because your projects, and we talked about them last time. We just named it. I mean, you played this certain guy in this movie with Victoria Justice. You did this on like you're playing just different kinds of people. You're not so You don't feel like you're so worried about I gotta play the same kind of guy, and I want to make sure my image is this.
Right.
Like you're looking at your image and branding, but you're like, I want to do all kinds of stuff.
Totally.
If it's good.
As long as it's something different, and it's something that maybe scares me a little bit, I think the trick to being an artist or being an actor or anything you want to be good at is, if it's interesting, it'll probably scare you in some way, right? Mm-hmm. So we are attracted to a role because, soap, because of the challenge of memorizing 2 episodes a day and challenging yourself to get in that zone to shoot 250 episodes a year. Or a role like Jesse on Disney, because you have to be big and you have to hit those jokes, and the pacing is A-B hit, right? So it's the Shakespearean joke style that you have to understand, otherwise your jokes fall flat.
Right.
So each one is its own. It comes with its own challenge and reasons that you want to do it.
And doing the Victoria movie too. I mean, I'm sure that scared you a little bit too. We talked about it last time.
Yeah, it's true, because I didn't want to play a gay character that was characterized. Like a character of my friends that I know, that I was like, I don't want to do a disservice to you guys. Like, I don't want to play a character that's just another guy.
Right.
Like, I want him to have a soul that like means something to you. So I sat down 2 of my mentors out here, and I got their life story, and that was so cool for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good movie. I mean, I saw it. We talked about it last time. It was good.
Thank you.
Because but you said like, it scares you a little bit. It's like something different. Gets you juices flowing.
Exactly. I don't want to play the same jockhead, meathead in every single role. That's so boring. It's the most boring role you could play, unless it's these just nuts.
Yes.
When is your birthday, Pierson?
It just happened. So it was.
Technically, it was 6 months late that I did the party.
Oh, okay, good. That answered my question, because I saw that you were having the birthday party on Snapchat.
It was on Snapchat.
And then I went to your Wikipedia, and it says your birthday's in November, and I was like, wait,
it is in November.
What
Yes.
is going on?
It was upsetting that I did it so late.
Okay.
So I was shooting the movie. I got back off the movie for a week. Went up to Washington for 3 weeks. Came back for a week or 2. and then went off to Australia, and then came back, and then by the time it was like I was ready to do this, it was 6 months later.
Got it.
And I just want to tell you guys, that whole time I was trying to get him on the show, and he was out of town. I want to shout out to his people. I love your management. They're so great. Actually, the girls are great. And he was like, he's out of town now. He's doing this right now. I'm like, okay, like, we'll just keep trying.
Busiest man in the world.
But you seriously, yeah, you were busy. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I'm like, that's good. You're
Thanks.
working. I mean,
Appreciate it, yeah.
this business. I mean, you can have a job now and have a job for 5 years. You know how that goes.
So
So
true.
you're working. So that's
Yeah.
really good.
I'll take it.
I wasn't that happy for you. I was like, where is he?
This rat bastard.
Yeah.
Get him in here.
There was a lot of where is he?
Yeah. That's fair. Thank you for that. I needed that.
I was more
needed that,
understanding. I was more understanding. Like, yeah, he's working.
You're like the boyfriend that's like way too understanding, and he's like the boyfriend that is a little more jealous. And
Yes, so, totally, completely.
that's fantastic. And I'm just like, I needed both of you.
Yeah. Producers at AFTERBUZZ were like,
Yeah.
why are you on the floor, Matthew? I was like,
I don't understand. Yeah. That is
I
fantastic.
love it. Like, so they're fighting over you in the chat room, of course.
Oh, please.
They're just fighting over you. Luther Brass says you're one of your favorite actors on the show.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You know, so they
one of them, not the. You're not
Hey,
the.
come on, whoa.
Come on, Luther.
on,
Let's be
Luther.
honest.
Come on, Luther.
Let's be honest here. I am your favorite actor on the show.
You're the reason I started watching.
Am I really?
Uh huh. After I met you on set.
No,
Really?
seriously,
Uh-huh.
he's a newer
That's
viewer.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
what
really cool.
I was really enjoying. I had never watched it before, and I got called in to do background.
That's cool.
And it was the wedding scene, and it was a huge day.
Yeah.
And you struck up conversation, and you were fun the whole day, and I was
Yeah.
curious as to what was going on, and so I started watching. The episodes started to air. It's like 3 or 4 weeks in advance,
Yeah.
so I got caught up before the scenes that
That's awesome.
Zendaya and Nicole's wedding started. So
That's really
yeah,
cool.
and I haven't stopped watching. I like
No,
it.
I would-
I
man.
love
I
it,
really
actually.
appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
No, I'll tell you that I know a lot of people who are newer fans of Bold and the Beautiful, and not all the soaps are getting new fans.
Right. Yeah.
That to me, that means something. That,
Definitely.
that the soap is getting new. I have some people tell me, "Now I watch it so good." I'm like, I already said it. I think it's the best soap on TV right now.
Boom.
I said
Drop
it.
the mic.
I said it.
If I
Come
can
on.
drop this without costing any money, I will.
Yeah, don't do anything.
Yeah.
We'll charge you. No, but I just think because especially it's his 30th year, but it's so rooted in history. But they do twists. They make you, like you said earlier, they make you want to see every day, like what's gonna happen next. What's gonna happen next? And with your character, especially, you've been on a roller coaster. First year, you were waiting for Caroline. Then you were with Sasha, which we did love. You and Felicia Cooper had great chemistry.
She was awesome. She was a great one. I wish that relationship would have worked out. That would have been fun.
Oh yes, you guys
Yeah.
were really good together.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart, too.
Yes, we like Felicia.
We do like
It's like-
Felicia.
but fans still are fans of that. So there's
Yeah.
that, and then now with Courtney Hope. I mean, from the opening scene we first met,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, Bucko and all that. Just I mean,
It's so fun. It's
It
so
is
fun
fun.
to
so fun.
watch.
Well, it's cool because they give her dialogue that, in the hands of a lesser actress, would be terrible.
yeah.
But she pulls it off in a way that's super fun to watch because she herself is like quirky and fun and spontaneous and just very like outgoing.
Yeah.
And she does a really, really good job. So
She's a
fun to work with.
knockout too.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But
I
that
love
whole
how they dress her,
yeah, me too.
so
It's-
insane,
It's
yeah.
kind of retro, but kind of modern.
and no
Kind
one
of-
else could pull that
No one
off.
can pull it off.
Absolutely
Yeah.
No
not.
can pull it off.
It's the red hair. If I
Yeah.
had red hair, I could pull it off. It's true.
I can't
Just
picture you
saying.
with red hair.
Well, you know, our
be
friend
gorgeous.
is on your show too, Patrika Darbo. It's our buddy.
Oh my God, Patrika's amazing.
And she's the bomb. And speaking of red hair, and that's, you know, and I was thinking, that is an inspired choice. Her and
Yeah.
Darlene, I mean, inspired choice, Baker Shirley.
You know what's funny is, so I have a friend that watches the show now because I'm on it.
Okay,
Another
see?
new viewer,
See?
yeah.
See?
And he texted me. He was like, "That redhead, kill her!" and I was like, "It's funny because she's the nicest person." in
Oh,
real
yeah,
life.
we know that.
Shocking.
Oh, yeah.
But on the show, she's playing this like vicious villain
Yes.
that's out to get my
Yes.
designs and
Yes.
tearing us apart, and it's great. I think that's good
No,
acting.
Patrika is seriously one of the nicest people. Like,
Yeah.
and
Love
so humble and just like wise. And just like, but she's an actress and she can play this.
And she's the head of the governor or the governor of the Emmys
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Michelle D says, "Back off my man, Matthew," and Danny Lang says, "Matthew, easy, back off my hubby."
They're fighting. They're fighting
that's
over there.
right.
They're fighting. They're fighting.
I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I put a ring on it.
He did. I'm telling everybody.
Oh my god, I
It's
love
true.
it.
It's true.
Oh my god.
We're engaged.
We're engaged. You heard it here first at AfterBuzz TV. We are engaged.
Okay, so lastly, what are you wearing to the Emmys? Because you are a fashion plate. The no socks and shoes we were talking about last year and all that stuff. I mean,
belts are out.
Belts are out. Is what that.
Belts out?
Unlike tuxes and suits, yeah. So
Okay.
Just depending on the look, mostly. But mostly belts are out.
Okay.
Stop wearing your belt right now.
I'm
Take
making
your
a
belt
mental note. I'm about to.
Jeans are okay though. Jeans are
Jeans.
cool.
With a belt?
Yeah. Are these? That's good.
But
No,
the
that's
belt
good.
matches the shoes.
Yeah, no, it's perfect then. We're in luck here, guys. We're
And,
in luck.
in love.
And in love. We're in luck and in love. Yes.
Oh my God, Evan. Oh my God, I think this gets so sugary in here.
It's hot. It's getting
but
hot.
It's getting hot.
Best interview ever.
He's like, but I was going to say, so do you know what you're going to wear yet? It's next week. It's next week.
Not yet.
You don't? Oh.
It's going to be a tux of some sort. It's going to be
Okay.
epic. I know we're getting some really, really cool shoes to come in as well, and
Okay.
some. Kind
Are
of
you bringing
fancy-
your gorgeous hot mother? I said that last week. Your mother's so hot.
She's a hot mom.
She is.
She's a hot mom. And
Both
I-
your parents are great, but
and
your
I have
mother's
a-
hot.
The hot dad too.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank God I'm their child.
Yes.
God.
Yes, exactly.
Incest is best, people.
Yes.
No, I have a tradition now of bringing them to the Emmys, and I want to make sure that it stays that way. It's kind of special to me, and there's a lot of people that come and go in your life, and you don't know who's the next to come and go, but your parents will always be there,
Yes.
or whoever is your family or that
Yeah.
figure in your life that you know is going to be consistent. So I want to have them there for that.
Oh, that'd be very nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's very smart. And they support you. I know you support your career, so it's really nice to show them a nice night out
Yeah, absolutely.
for them. I'm sure it's totally different for them. It's like,
Yeah,
what
they
is
come
this?
straight out the farm, then they
Yes.
like suddenly. So last year, my dad. Oh my God, this is the greatest story of all time. So he's on. This is post Emmys. Like I didn't win, and we're all out on the dance floor, and Caroline, Lindsay, and I are out doing our thing. We're dancing on the floor, and my dad's over standing in the corner, and he takes Zumba classes.
Oh,
He's a Zumba master.
go Dad.
No big deal.
Okay.
And what's that? The 2-step, 1 hop now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
slide. Yeah, slide. Yeah,
The
slide. Yeah,
something slide.
Yeah.
Electric slide or cha-cha?
cha-cha slide or something like that. Yes.
That song comes on. He gets into the front
Oh my God.
of the dance floor and starts coaching everybody on this song. The man threw down. I was so impressed. I was like, "That's my dad." It was so legit. I was so impressed that night. So proud.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
the farmers, they do it.
Farmers know how to do it right.
They
Yeah,
do.
they do.
No shame.
And no shame. I love farmers.
Yeah.
It's great. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Farewell, farewell. And I will be running the show from here on out. Welcome to AfterBuzz with Pierson Fodé.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
It does. See, Matthew like
Did
he's
you
like.
co-host?
Yeah. Oh, Matthew, are you up for hire?
Uh-huh.
Could you get us a cup of water, Steven?
I'm like, I started the show.
He's Steven
I
now.
started the show. It's my show.
Steven, could you get us a cup of waters?
Sure, for you, of course. Not fair. I started this place. Mine.
Fair enough.
Yes, but thanks for being on the show, of course.
Absolutely.
He'll be back again before another year. He'll be back again. We'll get him back on.
Yeah,
again.
sooner than a
Sooner
year.
or later.
I am actually covering the red carpet for the daytime Emmys this
Yeah.
year for AfterBuzz, so I will interview you
Probably
on the red
not.
carpet.
Probably
no?
not. No.
You're gonna be like, I don't know.
I don't
Is
know,
that
Steven.
God,
Is that Steven?
Steven, great to see you again. Could you get me a water? Thanks, man.
You guys,
It's
this is
right
Pierson
here.
Fodé. He is up for an Emmy this year. The Emmys are on Sunday, April 30th. They're going to be streaming, apparently.
Yes.
That's what
Awesome.
I heard. So they'll be streaming. So find out, we'll find the front of where I'll post stuff where that is.
Yeah.
And you'll see if he actually takes it home. Who knows? But if not, he'll look nice, of course, either
I
way.
look great.
He'll look great.
Listen, they want to give me the Emmy even if they don't.
See, exactly. I like, actually, yes, exactly. Sure. He's at Pierson Fodé on all social media. Matthew, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew E. Fodé. At Matthew E. Paine. He put a ring on it.
Oh my God!
You're damn right.
And you can follow our show on where am I? On Facebook, The Bold Breakdown. Thanks to all the new viewers. The Bold and Beautiful. I can't get anything out now. The Bold and Beautiful mini spotlights have been great. Thank you so much. You've been the subject of a few.
I
of them.
flustered you.
You did. Totally flustered me. I'm like, and they're great. Thanks for watching those. Our show is every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on AfterBuzz TV. Thanks for watching that. Lindsay Godfrey's coming on, and I have some other guests that I'm working on. The works to come onto the show too. So you have to follow us to find out who they are.
Tom Cruise.
He's getting like, can you imagine? He just comes, he's like, "What's up, Bold and Beautiful with you?" I'm like, sure, Tom. What do you say?
I love the bold and beautiful. Pierson Fodé is one of my favorites. Yes.
You would die if you did come on the show and say
I
that.
would, yeah.
Just keel over.
Kiss his feet.
Yes. And I'm James Lott Jr. You can follow me at James Lott Jr. where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold. We'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.